Last time, I showed everyone how to import a dataset as a data frame in RStudio. But in text mining, a data frame is not always accepted as the default input. Sometimes you need to transform a data frame into a document term matrix so that the analytical model can analyze the matrix and then generate the result. In this video, I want to talk about document term matrix. In the future, I will use a short term DTM to represent document term matrix. So what is the purpose of DTM? A DTM is used to present the frequency distributions of the unique terms across different documents in a text dataset. First, you need to remember a concept called a corpus. A corpus is a collection of unique terms of the text dataset. So in a corpus, there is no duplicate terms or words, just the unique terms extracted from a text dataset. Next, let's take a look at an example of DTM. Suppose we have two documents, two online reviews, and then I can create a DTM like the one you see on this slide. First, I need to summarize all the unique terms. In the first row, you can see there is no duplicate terms or words, just the unique terms. And then I will look at how many times each term appears in each document. For example, awesome. Awesome didn't appear in the first online review, so I mark 0 for awesome in the first document. But awesome appears once in the second document, second online review. So I mark 1 for awesome in the second document. Let's see another example. Deal. Deal didn't appear in the first online review, so I mark 0 for deal in the first document. But deal, this term deal, appeared twice in the second document. So I mark 2 for deal in the second document. What about other example? Let's take a look at the term this. This is a frequently appeared words in both documents, right? This appeared twice in the first online review. So I mark 2 for this in the first document. And the term this appeared twice in the second document as well. So I mark 2 for this in the second document. This is the example of a DTM. I want to show everyone how to transform a data frame into a DTM so that in the future, if you meet some analytical models, such as latent dirichlet allocation approach, this model requires the input to be a DTM. If you meet this kind of models, you will know how to transform a data frame into a DTM. This is our code to transform a data frame into a DTM. I also copied this into RStudio, so let's go to RStudio. I will explain the code from there. I'm going to use two packages. One is called a dplyr, another one is called a text2vec. Make sure you have downloaded these two packages into your RStudio, and then use the library function to start these two packages. Next, I'm going to use a function called C. I want to use the C function to combine these two documents into a vector. And then I'm going to use a function called a tuple. Tuple is to create data frames. Each parameter inside of the tuple function is going to be a vector inside of the data frame you create. For example, the first vector is going to be line. The value will be 1 and 2, right? This is how we give an ID number to each document. The second vector of the new data frame is going to be called text, and each cell inside of the text vector will be each online review. So let's take a look at the result. This is the result from a TPOL function. As you can see, we basically created a data frame, like what we learned in previous lecture. The reason I'm using TPOL is that I'm creating a data frame by hand. But in the future, if you want to import large data sets into a data frame, you can simply use read.table, as I showed you before. Next, I'm going to use a function called iToken from the text to vec package to identify the unique terms from both documents. This function looks complicated at the beginning, but if you analyze the parameters inside of the function, they are not so difficult. Since I want to extract unique terms from both documents, and both documents are currently saved into the text vector inside of the reviews_df, this data frame. So I'm going to get the text from this vector. This is the meaning of the first parameter. Then I want to put all the terms into lowercase. So there is no difference between the same word in uppercase or in lowercase. They are all in lowercase. And then I'm going to tokenize each online review. Tokenization means I want to split each sentence, each online review into individual words, individual terms. This is what tokenization means. And then I will give each collection of unique terms the ID number from which they are extracted. This is the meaning of the iToken function. Next, I'm going to use the create_vocabulary function to create the corpus of this dataset. And then I'm going to use vecap vectorizer function to identify the frequency distributions of the unique terms in two documents. Lastly, I'm going to use the create_DTM function to create the DTM from this dataset. So in the future, you can basically copy my code to transform a data frame into a DTM like this one.